so I'm fine.
All right.
And so am I.
Assume no.
Wash, we could do something together.
No, I don't stream.
No, but like you.
God.
Wow.
Sorry for leaving you out of this conversation.
Wash, we could do something. No.
Nathan, do you want?
Wait, what are we doing? I mean,
I don't know.
I only work for 4 hours
You know what-
tomorrow, but
You know
I
what
don't
you can do? Start Umi Neko tomorrow on stream.
Yeah.
So Wash, you don't want to do anything?
No, I'm fine. Oh my god.
I have that
Yes,
recorded. I still have OBS recording. I literally have. Watch, you want to do something? No.
Please just make a. It doesn't have to be posted on the episode. Just send it to me out of context.
Yeah.
You know what? There are things called consoles. Did you ever want to read Higurashi on a console?
Do I want to play Higurashi on the Nintendo Virtual Boy?
Virtual Boy?
Yes.
I mean,
Get Mion's stare like in 3 dimensions right from my face.
Yeah, I was
in the
just gonna say
Virtual
that.
Boy.
like when Rena gets really close.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like a Higurashi Art Academy where you have to draw the scary jump scare scenes and like as best to the best of your ability, like drawing Rena at the window or Rena at the door. Either way, hi everybody. Hello, welcome to Higurashi When They podcast. A podcast about Higurashi, and you may notice that it's not just the 3 of us, but a 4th voice as well.
Hello.
It's you. Let's do our standard introduction first.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, you go.
This is how our podcast goes. I'm Random Bystander here.
I am Taraimawashi. That was the joke I wanted to make last time, but that didn't work because this book is Taraimawashi.
This is how the podcasts always start.
And we have a special guest. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Nathan. I don't know what else. That's just me.
Hi.
Yeah.
Nathan, also, didn't you design these wonderful avatars that
I
are
did.
making you bounce back up and down?
I did. I drew these little guys.
They are phenomenal.
They are. Like literally, it's been my profile pic ever since the podcast started. I love it.
Oh, I'm very flattered. I'm glad that you like them.
They're so good. They literally came out perfect.
If you're not watching on YouTube, then go to youtube.com/WRK podcast and check out these sprites that Nathan made for us because they fucking rule.
Yes.
You know, like when I first commissioned this, I picked Kasai because I thought, well, this one's kind of close to like a smile, and I didn't expect to just fucking love Kasai as much as I do.
Kasai is amazing.
A little cat mouth.
Yeah, it's like a little cat mouth. It's adorable.
I honestly didn't I didn't know which character to pick, but I knew I wanted to do the Animal Crossing mix, and I was like, Tomatake works.
You're that guy.
And if you've listened to me talk about Higurashi for like 2 minutes, you know.
We know.
So, yes. Yeah. And because you designed this and you are a fan of Higurashi, we thought, why not have you on the podcast to talk about the console arcs?
Oh boy.
Or at least one of them.
The extremely substantial console arc, Taraimawashi.
But before we get into that, Nathan, what is your history with Higurashi, or if you would like to expand When They Cry?
Oh, sure. So I watched the Higurashi anime when I was in middle school, and it made me black out.
Oh, I think I know what
really?
part it made you black out too.
It made me black out. I was like 13. I was a sensible child, and it stayed with me. And I was like, yeah, I think I liked that.
No, that's like Ryukishi stories, period. I like this.
I think I watched more of the extended anime, and then later on, a couple years down the line, I read like the first visual novel of Higurashi, and I was like, that was fine. I forgot that nothing really happens, I guess. But then I read Umineko after that and got really into that. So now I've read like all of the When They Cry, except for like the extended stuff like this, like the consoles.
Yeah. So you read like all of what Ryukishi wrote, because he did not write anything for the consoles.
Ah!
Yeah, that explains a lot, doesn't
They're
it?
coming together!
That explains a fucking lot.
Yeah, who did write the consoles?
I don't know. I should have gotten the name. For all the research that I did, I should have gotten the name. The only thing that I know is that the PS2 version does not have Higurashi 8 in it. There's a new Higurashi 8 that Ryukishi did not write, but he read it and gave it his blessing. That's all I know.
How long is that?
That's the one that I wanted us to read, but it was like 25 hours, and Wash was immediately like, bury yourself underground. I'm not reading that.
Oofity doofity. It's a little long.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah,
it's long.
no.
It's long.
No. After reading this, hell no.
I'll read the Wikipedia page, thank you.
Even the wiki, the 7th expansion wiki doesn't say who wrote it.
Yeah, I
We
know.
don't even want credit for it.
I know the name.
What
the
if
name's
it's
out
just
there.
Sony of Japan?
I've heard
that
the name
wrote this?
before in like videos and stuff. I know the name is out there, just implying I remember.
It's like Kichi's dad. He has a name, but no one really knows it.
It doesn't. Yeah.
We call him Hugh Neutron. That's a long story, but we'll
That's a
get
long
into
story.
I can see
this-
that.
Go ahead.
This console arc, Kirby, may I ask, why did you choose this one?
Well,
First
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I chose this one because it was only 3.5 hours. The one that I really wanted to do was closer to like 8 hours. And, well, okay, when I bought the idea up to you two to do a console arc, I thought I picked the one that I wanted to do. Then when we finished 7, I was like, oh, I picked the wrong one. Let me bring this idea up to them. And the both of you were like, yeah, we're really close to burnout. And then Higurashi 8 was happening. And I'm like, I'm not even gonna bring this up. So it's just like, you know what? 3.5 hours. It's simple. I don't know much about this one either. And maybe it'll work out. We'll talk about that. But
So a question, because you said that like the redone book 8 that Ryukishi read it and gave his blessing. I'm assuming that he also gave his blessing on this.
no, the only console arc out of all of them, PS2, PS3, Switch, all of them. The only one he's
Okay.
the only one he's giving his blessing on was the new Higurashi 8. And even then, it isn't canon. It's just like he read it and he was like, "You're good."
Okay, because that would explain why there's like massive inconsistencies.
Oh my, we'll talk, especially with the, oh my god, we'll talk about it. But before we get too crazy, there's one thing that we normally do that we haven't done yet, a plot synopsis. Nathan, would you like to give a plot synopsis a whirl?
Oh, sure. All right. I think I can do that.
You got an
This is
easy
pretty
one.
Short. I did get an easy one. I was thinking about that today. I was like, I gotta make sure I have all these events in order. So this one opens with Tanagashi's already over. We skip all that. No time for that. It's just Keiichi, he's on his own, and then Shion pops up. Already established that we know her, I guess, and she's like, "Oh, hey Keiichi, hey, you have fun at the festival? That's cool. Do you know about the curse?" And so she just tells us everything that we already know, and then she's like, "Haha, yeah, don't talk about it in front of anybody. People just hate that." Everybody comes back. Keiichi's kind of weird about it in his way. Next day, everybody plays Clue. Mion has to be called away by the principal for a little while. So they all get together to make her the loser. So she's like, carry everybody's groceries. And so after school, she comes by with what Keiichi asked for. And he's like, hey, what was up with the curse? And she's like, what? Don't talk about that shit at all. Seriously. And then she's like, where'd you hear that? And he's like, oh, I heard it from Shion. And she's like, don't fucking talk to Shion. So that's a little off-putting. I believe next day he gets a call from Mion, who
Air
asks
quotes.
to go to the library, which Mion likes to do, because Mion reads books. A big important thing is that everybody really loves Tomitake this round. So they all decide, because he lost at their festival game, that they're gonna write like nice farewell messages on his shirt. So they do that, and then Mion at the library is like, "Hey, Tomitake is fucking dead. He clawed his throat out, and now the police think it's us because we wrote our names all over him before he died." And Keiji's like, "Oh, that's not good. I wonder why that happened to him. What if I'm gonna get murdered for some reason? Because I talked about it, I guess."
God.
So then the next day, he's like, "Rika, am I gonna get murdered?" And she's like, "No." And then Oishi shows up, I believe, after that, to try to interrogate Keiji, and Reina's like, "Haha, don't say anything." He kind of goes through the air conditioning rigmarole.
Yeah.
That was
Keiji goes home. He gets scared by a thunderstorm.
And imaginary eyes.
And imaginary eyes. Yep, he gets scared by those. I believe Oishi tells him that when Santoko's aunt was murdered, that both of the twins disappeared. He calls him and tells him that both the Sonozaki twins disappeared around that time. Apparently, nobody thought to ask them why when they came back, but it's fine. And then they go to school, and Keiji's like, "I sure do love my friends." And then it's over, and then Akasaka shows up at the airport, and Oishi's like, "Hey, isn't it terrible that everybody died 10 years ago?" And then they go talk to Mion, who's like in a coma, I guess. Until she's not, because they give her a box. And she realizes things, and she's like, "Wait, please, I must tell them." And then she dies. And that's it, I think.
There's a prologue where it just restates all that.
yeah.
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 For like 3 minutes.
It really was just like the like Remember Me from Coco. Just like this here's the hat, and that was all that was needed. Like,
I have
oh my god, I witnessed a mass conspiracy. Stop, cops!
Please. I know who will help me.
I know who helped me. Come on, Uichi and person Akasaka, who I don't know.
Guy I've never met.
Nobody.
Another guy who hates my guts.
Let me tell.
Well, no,
She
because
died of a heart failure.
she died the next morning.
Yeah.
I had to rewind that because I also thought that it was like, hey, wait. I also thought it was that inconvenient.
Would you have been surprised either way? Okay, so I think we all really like this one, didn't we?
so not
This one is ridiculous.
my notes. I actually had to take notes for this because it was my first time reading it. For the first like 4 chapters, I was actually like bothering to take them. Starting with like chapter 5, my notes are just like, okay. Oishi sprayed is hideous. Oh my god. Okay.
It got to the point where, like, once we got to the bonus and they were talking about theories, I was just like, all right, I'm done.
So
No, they didn't even talk about theories. There were no theories in this one. They literally just said, well, that just happened.
I don't know. What do you think?
to give a little bit of a background on not so much what we missed, because we've all been through Higurashi When already. The way that the PS2 console, or all the console versions really, the way that they work is that they work much more like a traditional visual novel, in that you make choices as you go along what's called a common route. Like, you start at the same point every single time, and then depending on the choices you make, it takes you into a certain route. Like, you could go Higurashi 1 or 2 or whatever. To get to this arc, this is one you could only get to, on your first playthrough, you can only either get to this or Higurashi 1. If you make choices to specifically, like, ignore everything that's going on. Then when the festival happens, you can either choose to talk to Tomitake or Takano and get you back on track to Higurashi 1, or you can talk to Shion and get on track for this arc, which, like, makes no sense to me. Because, yes, that does mean that you never meet Shion before this point. So it's like, whatever.
It's also a way to create a boring visual novel.
Oh, this is boring. This is dry. This was dry.
I was strong. This was like less. It was a breeze, and then it just started dragging, and I was like, oh god. Why does the short one feel longer?
This entire book is shorter than the final chapter of book 8, but it's 10 times drier. Just 100 times. It's so dry.
Now, you know, think of it like this. This is only like 10 minutes longer than the final chapter of Higurashi 6.
It's so nothing. And it's like the idea of like this being how you get introduced to Shion and Akasaka?
Akasaka is like, what? At least Shion, I could like at least parse together. It's like, okay, you go through, like, you ignore this route, you go through Higurashi 1, and then you go through Higurashi 2. So you get Shion that way, fine. But like, Akasaka.
They're literally like in the bonus, they talk about Akasaka for a future book. That's not how this works.
That's not how this works. Like, at all.
Yeah. God, that was really confusing to me. This clears up a lot because, like,
Yeah.
them talking about that, they're like, oh, that happens in the future. And I was like, that already came out.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I thought that this was something that you're supposed to read at the end, like we did.
Yeah, I thought this was post.
Yeah, that's why I saved it until, I mean, I wouldn't have changed the order regardless, but I figured, so originally it's like, oh god, I don't want to read anything until after book 7 where the spoilers reveal about Rika. Once that's out of the way, then it's like, we can pretty much do whatever. I thought that's what this was until I started it and Shion was like, hey Keiichi, I hate my sister, here's the curse. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, that exposition
That was
dump.
so bad. Like, we talked about this during the podcast, but like, the way that the curse is revealed in the first 3 books is like so cool.
That's true. That's like...
It's like nothing different. It's just Shion being like, it's combining her hatred of of the curse with her love of trolling her sister. That's like all it is.
Yeah, no. Hey, have you heard about this? Anyways,
I hate my sister.
Anyways, yeah, my sister's
But
a
the
jerk,
thing
am I
is
right?
that, like, because you say that, you said that we'd at least be reading through book 2 before we get to this point?
You could also not. You could do this arc.
Okay,
You could
'cause the
do
reason
this arc as early as the first. You could do it. I don't even know how it is late. I don't know that much. I don't care about the console arcs that much. I'll be frank. But
I'm just trying to figure out like the chronology of this one, because did they break into the shed or not?
well, no. When they break into the shed, they do that during Rika's dance, and after the dance is when they go to make the cotton drift down the river, and they had already done that before Keiichi found Shion.
yeah, I want to say I watched the sequels to the anime, and I, like, very vaguely remember some of the stuff in this happening in that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the stuff with the marker writing on the shirt. I was like, I've heard that or seen that concept in this before.
Yeah, and Mion dying of the heart attack at the end. That in the anime only arc that they had to make because they left out so much. The ending to that one was that happened to Satoko, except she got shot, and it was like, oh no, she died of a heart attack. But like the same thing happened to Satoko, if I'm remembering right.
They faked a heart attack by shooting her?
Hey, the heart did get attacked.
Yeah, the heart was attacked. What?
There's so many inconsistencies, and also
God, are we gonna
the writing.
gonna rip the wound off and talk about the characters first, or are we gonna save that train wreck for last?
I just want to talk about like how obvious the writing is.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like there was one point where literally they were playing Clue, and it ends up like it was Mion with a hatchet in the library,
Mion
and I'm
with
like,
the axe in the library. It's like, yep.
and I'm like, oh, hey, and then you hear Mion go, hey, let's meet in the library, and I'm like,
Of course.
oh, wow, wonder what's gonna happen there.
Oh, yeah, with them on the phone, like when Keiji is talking to Mion on the phone,
Eon.
Man.
he's like, "Oh, did we just talk yesterday?" And she goes, "What?" Yeah, mm-hmm. And it's like, all right.
Literally, when the phone rang, he picked up and it was Mion. I'm like, it's Shion. It's Shion. It's Shion. It's Shion.
Literally, it's just brand new character that we just met.
Like 40 minutes ago.
That looks and sounds exactly like Mion.
To be fair, if Kichi literally just met Shion at the festival, there's no way he would have been able to tell the difference.
No, like I remember in Higurashi 2, you were talking random, like when I mean we were joking about it because it's fine. But when Kichi was like, "Oh, who could sound just like Mion?" But it's like it's a self-defense mechanism because he just doesn't want to believe that this is the case. But at this point in the story, he has no reason to believe that, and not one time does Shion even cross his mind.
Nope. Just like once she comes in, like effectively to him, once she comes in and tells him the curse, she is just a non-entity. Like
She is a plot dump device.
yeah, she doesn't effectively, quote unquote, she does not show up again.
Yeah, she's like, hey, here's the curse. All right, don't tell anyone about this. Okay, even your friends. Okay, bye.
You want to hear something fucked up?
Hey, remember that curse that I told you not
Let's
to talk
talk
about?
about it in like excruciating detail. Keiichi's like, I wish Mion would tell me about the curse. I wish Mion would tell me about the curse. Tells him about the curse. I wish Mion never told me about the curse.
Why did she do that?
Why did she? Oh my god.
This is that tweet like me weeping. Hell yeah, this ruled. Me sewing. What the fuck? This sucks.
God.
That's literally what it is, though.
And I don't know. It's just bad writing. It's just.
So I
It's
know
just-
I know
like-
the writing is bad, but like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that like Ryukishi's writing I really like. I'm not gonna pretend it's always great though. You know what Ryukishi always has? Stellar music. The music here, so boring. Oh my god. You put this on mute and you miss nothing. You put Higurashi on mute, I'm coming to your house and I'm smacking you across the face. You put this on mute, you miss literally nothing. It's so boring.
Also, it's like they keep overusing the.
Yes, oh my god. Yeah, remember when you heard,
I
I
don't-
hate to keep comparing, well, no, I don't hate to keep comparing it to Ryukishi, what I'm talking about. When like, the, like that really creepy one happens, like when Oishi tells Keiichi that Tomitake died, and it's like, oh god, like, goosebumps, my hair is standing.
Yeah.
But here it's just, it doesn't even sound like scary. It's just like, alright, I'm hearing it again.
The sound effects don't sound right.
They don't.
Like
They don't.
compared to the ones in the regular arc sound a lot like rougher and like raw, I guess.
Yeah, it's a great way to put it.
These are just I will admit there were some because the text was a little slow for my reading level. I sped it up a little bit and I would feel bad. I was like, oh, I'm kind of speeding up this music, but the music, that's fine.
Am I the only one who just kept hearing "Where Is My Mind"? Because like there's one track in there that just kept hearing, and I just kept hearing "Where Is My Mind." I don't know. That's like some sort of Fight Club reference.
And maybe I would, I don't know what I don't know what that is, but even if I did,
Yeah, I don't know either.
Even if I did, I would say I didn't hear it because I didn't care about the music at all.
I sped it up. I didn't really hear it.
That was the longest chapter in so many ways.
So many ways.
Boo, we know.
We got it.
Yes, we know. We've been through this. Oh, at
and
least
it's
take
so
time.
and it's told so boringly.
I know.
too.
Like, I don't want to sound too much like a broken record, but again, remember, Higurashi 1, Tomitake is the guy who tells you. He's been around for a while. He's very level-headed, so when he tells Keiichi about the curse and he gets scared, he levels it, everything's fine, then he dies the next day. It's like, oh my god. Higurashi 2, it's Takano and Shion telling you. Takano and Shion are emotional loose wrecks. They're ticking time bombs. Of course they're gonna tell Keiichi in a way that makes him terrified. Higurashi 3, Keiichi's the curse. It's like, it's good. It's like you're reading it, and it's like, okay, we're repeating beats, but there's new perspective. Here, it's just like,
Yeah.
it's nothing.
It's the fan wiki summary of this curse.
Yeah,
Literally, it's like if the writer forgot that they had to write this whole thing and was just like, okay, let me read the wiki, copy and paste, and let's make that all of Shion's dialogue.
Keiichi, I'm at my terrible girls-only school, and they're making me write a 10,000 long word essay. I chose to write it about the curse. You want to proofread it for me?
That would be better, though.
That would be a lot funnier, yeah.
That would have been funnier. It'd be like, wait, the curse
let
is
me
all about
send-
this? Oh, and by the way,
Let me
it's
send you the Google Docs link. Then you can help me out here.
The first year's victim was the foreman constructor. Citation needed.
That was also so. Somebody may need to refresh my memory about this. How did she know like the whole ass foreman shit that happened?
That's
Yeah.
literally what happened. I remember, I'm reading that and I'm like,
I thought the point was that we didn't know until like 8 or later, like
Yeah,
when they literally tell you.
it was 8 when you're going through the fragments and it's like, I'm literally spelling everything out for you. That's when we find out.
Yeah, they literally tell you like the events that happened.
Yeah.
So how did she, yeah, that was crazy to me.
Yeah, that was insane. Even in like, I mean, we just read the VN, so I remember this. In Higurashi 5, Shion, in one of her internal monologues, is like, oh yeah, the kids have like this own set of rules that we have about the curse and like how things happen. And even then, they didn't get it like that close. It was just like, the foreman died and somebody's missing, and we don't want that happening to us.
By the way, we also had the foreman's arm. Here's how he died with every single detail. Go ahead, tell that. Go ahead and tell that kid over there.
That's not even classified information.
even tell
That's
about the
new
arm.
information. Nobody would know that except for the suspects.
Shion goes to Keiichi and is like, hey, it was aliens the whole time. And Rena's like, I knew it.
I'm still holding out hope for that one.
Takano didn't die this time, or like wasn't mentioned to have died.
Yeah, Takano wasn't even there.
Takano does not matter,
Yeah, she,
except that she's like Tomitake's girlfriend.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Higurashi, I mean, she's not around a lot in Higurashi 1 either, but Oishi at least tells Keiichi, like, oh, hey, she's missing, we're looking for her. And, like, that's all you need to know about Takano. Like, fine, whatever. But you don't even get that here. It's just Tomitake. I think, like, the one detail that I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool, is in Higurashi 1, Keiichi, when Oishi says, hey, do you recognize the person in this picture? Keiichi's like, oh, I don't know who this is. Because he doesn't have any reason to really worry about anything. But here, like, the stress is already piling on. So when Oishi says, do you recognize this man? Keiichi's like, oh god, it's Tomitake. And I'm like, okay, I dig that. That was like chapter 9, and I'm like, okay, I dig this.
Finally.
I'll grant this to this book. The little bit was just like, look, he was a good man. I don't know who would have killed him.
Yeah.
And it's like Ushi's like, I literally didn't say
Yeah.
he died.
Yeah.
I said he disappeared. Which is extremely funny.
Yeah.
And then it's like Oishi gets this huge grin on his face, and it's like,
This huge grin,
it's
yeah.
like he would, whatever. We'll get to the characters.
Yes.
When it started, I was like, oh, we get to see Keiichi and Rena work together to win Clue. And then
Nope.
it's like explained for a second, and then that's it.
Like usually Ryukishi will write something that's at least like, oh, we did this
Yeah,
weird thing, or we had this thing already prepared, and in this one it's like, oh, we cheated.
that's it. That's literally it.
We cheated at the game.
Yeah, this game would be an hour long if Ryukishi wrote
I'm
it.
thinking of again, zombie tag, president, old butler or whatever. Like, those were long, and you read those and you're like, wow, I would be dead if I knew these kids.
These kids are insane.
They're literally insane. But here it's just like, oh yeah, we cheated. And, I mean, we got first, but that's it.
It's okay because they cheated too.
Yeah, it's fine.
I guess it was cute when Mion walked in. She was tired from talking to Oishi or whatever. And then she starts freaking out. And Keiichi's like, oh, what's she freaking out about? And she's like, there's no way I can win this. I'm stuck in last. Okay. I thought Rena, well, we'll talk about the characters and how out of character they are. I thought Rena was really bad. But the one thing with Rena that I really liked was when Mion was like, I lost. Rena just has this big smile on her face, and she's like, here's my shopping list.
Yes.
That I like. That I really like.
I like that too. That was
That was
very
probably
cool.
the most in character. She was.
She was horrible. I like to think I know a thing or two about Rena. She was horribly out of character here. Do we want to rip this Band-Aid off and talk about the characters, or is there anything else?
Yeah, because there's really not much. Like, we only get, like, the main 5. Shion, Uichi, Toмотake. I think that's it.
Akasaka for 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah, Akasaka. Fuck, yeah. Oh, and the nurse.
Oh yeah, the nurse.
The nurse.
Oishi, oh
Yeah,
my
let's
god,
rip-
when Oishi, he just grabs her shoulders and said, please speak to me. The nurse is like, if you keep roughhousing her, I'm never letting you back in here. It's like, he's grabbing her shoulders.
All right, buddy.
He's grabbing her
You're
shoulders.
out of here.
He's grabbing her shoulders.
Are we seriously telling me that, like, they visited her over the past 10 years? And just keep shaking her shoulders, like, get out of this funk. Get out of this depression.
It's just like going to the Magic 8-Ball every once in a while. What is the answer? Ask again later. Damn it.
No, 8-Ball, what is the answer? What are we playing today?
Not again.
Ugh.
I hate that answer.
Do you think you ever tried it?
Oh, that, you know what? I like that.
Yeah,
That would be a
great.
way better
That'd
ending.
actually be great. Oh yeah, oh my god. With how like simultaneously serious and goofy Ryukishi's writing is, that fits. We talk about this all the time, and Nathan, I'm sure you've heard people say this a million times, but like, what's so good, well, one of the things that's so good about Ryukishi is that it's like, you know, something can be so totally serious, but goofy at the same time. Like, Umineko is super hard too. But it's like,
Oh yeah.
Umineko, oh my god. But it's like, you know, you're still really into it because it doesn't feel like, you know, like it's betraying the characters or whatever. You totally buy this. To quote Umineko, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. it's very sincere.
Yeah, but that, like, this is the problem with giving somebody like Ryukishi his writing to somebody else. Like, you can have, like, the greatest understanding of these characters, you need to match his writing style, too. Or else you're just gonna get, like, I mean, if you can't match his writing style, the character's just gonna be they're out of character as it is, but it's gonna be even worse when you don't have his atmosphere, his writing, his music, his, well, I guess you could argue his art style. I would argue in defense of it, but...
Same. No, absolutely.
The eyes, when the eyes get all foggy in this, it does nothing.
It's so funny looking.
Yes, oh my god. Wash, they actually look like contacts.
I was gonna say, when someone else writes it, it just seems like bad fan fiction.
Honestly, I'm like, I know this is probably gonna hurt you, random, but like, I'll go as far as like, this felt like a Disney sequel.
You know what? Yeah.
It felt that bad to me.
Straight to video, Higurashi.
Yeah,
Straight
yes.
Straight to VHS and DVD.
Yes, like slap this on Higurashi Kira, we're done. Anyway, so obviously Rena bothered me the most. Who, out of the characters, which one felt the most out of character to you? And if we all say Rena, then like good, but if you think somebody else, go for it.
Rena's definitely up there. I guess this was them trying to make her in character, but it really threw me off when Rika was like, and maybe this is because it's something that comes into my own nomenclature, but she was like, we're all raiding around for Mion, like little piggies. Like,
I noticed that. Like, what
me?
the fuck?
What was the line where she said, like, Kichi, women don't like men who are, like, too fast? And I'm like, what?
Yeah!
Yeah, who comes to it's like, excuse me?
How old? I know you're older, technically, but, like...
What?
She's 100 years old.
Really goes for like, oh, she's actually mature, so she's gotta be like sexual.
It's so
No.
weird. It's so bad.
In like in the bonus, she's like there's jokes that like, oh, you know, she kind of like maybe has a crush on Akasaka in some form. But in there, she's like, oh, he's like my lover. And it's like, all right, I need to...
Okay, like, you're not the Stewie Griffin of Higurashi. Calm the fuck down.
Calm down. The line that really, those lines were, like, they threw me off so hard that, like, they just exited my brain as soon as I read them. The line that threw me off and stuck was Rika, when Keiichi was like, am I gonna get murdered? Please tell me I'm not gonna get murdered. And Rika goes, Keiichi, I don't want to see you like this. And then she leaves. Like, no wonder you're stuck for 100 years if this is how you act. Like,
fuck you.
that's literally what it is.
I don't have time for this shit. I'm gonna go home and drink wine.
I mean grape juice. The
Grape juice, wink.
wink. The like that is like so out of character for both her cute side and for her mature side.
Yes.
It just makes no sense for her to just be like, can you shut up? Nobody's talking about you. Shut up.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, fuck it, who cares?
I'm trying to think. Satoko barely did anything.
Satoko
I mean,
exists.
Okay,
In fairness,
here's
I'm not-
where I'm gonna cross the line. Here's what crosses the line with me with Satoko. Boiled milk?
yeah.
This guy has no imagination is the thing, whoever they hired, I think.
That's so specific and that's just so smelly. That feels
Yeah.
like it's worse for everyone.
Yeah.
Where'd she get the milk?
I mean, I totally
Spoiled milk.
believe that Satsuko has spoiled milk sitting around the house. I believe it.
Oh yeah, good point.
They have I don't remember if it's 7 or 8, but they have a throwaway line where Rika's like, "Oh yeah, I've gotten this syndrome before, but I'm too weak to really do anything with it." And like, as far as I know, we don't have any arcs about that. Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I would pay Ryukishi money to write Higurashi 1 from Rena's point of view. Like, I want to see that so bad. We're never gonna get it, but I want to see it so bad.
Why are we gonna get it?
You would think with all the cashing out that they are doing
Yeah.
recently.
Especially with Rena. Oh my god. Rena
PUBG.
is the Higurashi cash cow. Like, I fully admit to buying into it. But she is the Higurashi cash cow.
I love her.
She's the Ryukishi cash cow.
She's great. She's perfect. It's fine.
Yeah, she's perfect. It's fine.
We love her.
She's not perfect in this. Kirby, you want to go?
She just kind of sucks in this. She's kind of boring.
My problem with Rena. Okay, my big problem with Rena. There's like thousands of micro problems. But the big problem is that it's like, even my first time going through Higurashi, when I read Higurashi 1, I never really saw her as aggressive. Same with Higurashi 2. And in 3, she only really got aggressive when Keiichi was like overstepping his boundaries, and the only thing that would work is for her to tell him to shut the hell up, you asshole. Like, she's not, unless she's like going crazy, she's not the aggressive type. She's much calmer. Here, Keiichi talks to a girl, and she's like, "You filthy liar. I saw you in the library with a girl. Who was she? What's her address? What school does she go to? What's her height? What's her hair color? What does she sound like?" And then she's like, when
just kidding, lol.
when Keiichi interviews, oh my god, when Oishi interrogates Keiichi, he goes back home, he goes to open the door, Rena's just there and waiting for him. And she's like, "Took you long enough. Why did it take you so long?" And it's like, Rena, calm down. Calm down. Just chill.
She doesn't really act like that unless, sort of.
Yeah, like Higurashi 6, she was like, "Oh, we can't trust Mion, she's an asshole. Also, aliens are invading." Because she's going cuckoo bananas.
Directly, like when she's feeling sort of directly threatened, I would say. It's like, it's a response.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
something she would do naturally. So it's very weird for her to just be like, who are you talking to at the library?
Yeah.
Like, 1, what? 2, it's Mion. How did you see it was him, but not that it was Mion?
Yes. Like, this is
I
the
think
Rena
it's-
who in Higurashi 2 solves literally everything except for it was Shion because of a bottle of soy sauce. Now she looks directly at Keiichi and was like, "That wasn't Mion who you were with. Who are you with?" Oh, do you remember when she was yelling at Keiichi for being with Oishi for a while? And Keiichi's like, "All right, well, I can't tell anybody anything about Mion." So he's just like, "No, he never really talked to Mion about me." And she's like, "Oh, he asked me about Mion." And Keiichi's like, "Well, what did you say?" "Of course I didn't say anything. I'm not a traitor." What?
That's the other thing is that like I've read through all 8 of these books, and I'm now confused all over again with the motivations here.
Okay.
What the fuck is he talking about traitor for?
Like, what I love so much about Higurashi, especially the books, I mean, like the anime, the manga, whatever, but especially the sound novels, what the characters are saying, that is what they're saying. It's not Keiichi hearing Rena saying, "I'm trying to talk to you," as "you liar." Like, she's saying "you liar." It's just how he's interpreting it that is completely off base. So what that means is that it's like when Rena is just acting really like assholey to Keiichi for no reason, either that's what she's saying or this guy really doesn't know Higurashi. He's just writing this or both. God, I don't know.
Could be both.
Could be both.
Probably is both.
And it's the same problem with, and this is who I was gonna pick, Mion, because she's completely like, at least with book 2, like, there's a pretty good reason why like she was really pissed with Sion. Here it's literally just like they talked once.
Yeah.
Once.
But she was talking to Keiichi.
Yeah, we can't have that because that's her.
What was
mad.
that?
It's Mion's whole character that she likes Keiichi, right? That's all. The...
Yeah,
That's her.
again. Remember when I said like one of the chapters of Higurashi? No, I said one of the bonus arts. Like it was written by someone who didn't like Higurashi and wrote the stereotypes of Higurashi.
Yes.
That's what the console arcs are.
Well, this one. For all we know, the others
one
are
at
like
least.
really good. Like we have no idea. But this one feels like Disney said, write a sequel, and the person knew the stereotypes but hated Higurashi.
Here's my problem with Rena. One word. Hamster.
God.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
I was thinking about that earlier today, and how like it's probably, I don't know, both good and bad that if the answer was in the anime, I don't remember it. I want to say the reason she put the hamster in the box was like to prove there wasn't gas and they weren't poison. Like the hamster would have allegedly still been alive, I guess.
But then they just kept it in the box for 10 years?
Yeah.
And then they just kept, and nobody found it.
And nobody
We fed
found
little
it.
lamb. Little Hamtaro survived.
Wouldn't there be like, I mean, I hate to be gross, wouldn't there be like decay at this point?
Well, he said remains, so I wasn't entirely sure. Yeah, and it wasn't clear when they found it.
Oh yeah, it would be like just bones.
But like, he doesn't even show her the hamster. He just gives her the hat, and I think the hat has like blood on it, which is like, oh, you know, something violent is happening, not gas. Like you wouldn't bleed from gas on your hat.
Yeah.
It was the blood of Hamtaro.
Poor guy, never saw it
Yeah, I
coming.
couldn't tell if that was supposed to be like the blood of Rena or Hamtaro. But then also, if it's a bloody hat, then that means she got shot, but she still like ran away and very quickly put this brand new hamster that we just found out about in a box with a bloody hat.
Where'd she get the hamster from? That's my question.
Okay, Rena saw a hamster. How? I'm taking you home with me. This.
I mean, yeah.
And she got shot and had a heart attack.
She got shot and had a heart attack.
But right before she had the heart attack, she was like, Hamtaro, please tell Mion that it wasn't a curse.
But poor Rena didn't put holes in the box.
As if we didn't already have enough problems to talk about. Do you remember how in all of the question arcs, or at least 1 through 3, even 4 to some extent, even though Akasaka never goes crazy, like the whole point is that Keiichi is doubting his friends and everything goes wrong. And then here, he's like, I'm not doubting my friends. I'm not doing anything wrong. But his friends are still acting that way to him. So when Keiichi is like, what's going on? It's not, oh, Keiichi, you poor paranoid idiot. It's, oh, Hinamizawa, you idiot.
Yeah, Keishi's the normal one here.
Yeah, like, he's almost in character. No, he's not even in character. Oh my god.
He just spooks himself out for no reason
Yeah.
because the author couldn't think of anything scary.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
nothing scary happens. Like, the closest they get is when he's like, I'm trying to go to bed, I'm under my futon, but all I can see are, like, Mion. Like, all I can think about, all I can see is Mion. It's like, almost. You almost have something here. But then it's just like, you don't.
No.
It's
I
a
just
scary
love-
visual. I'll grant them that.
I mean, I was watching it late at night, and it almost spooked me if it didn't fade. Like if it just popped out, like oh god, it would have got me.
That's like cheap jump scare. I guess I'll at least grant that it could have been.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't do that.
Also, I have a note here about Keiichi's mom, the footsteps. I have a note that Keiichi's mom is like a better Hanyu than Hanyu.
Could you imagine if all that time Keiichi heard footsteps, it was just his mom?
Keiichi's mom has got it going on.
He forgot his lunch.
Hey, you forgot your lunch. What are you doing to that man? He's like stabbing Tepe with the
Well,
vat.
it's like Keiichi's mom is like trying to bring lunch and just keeps stomping around the shed when they're trying to explore the tool
Ichi, I
shed.
saw you go into here. You need lunch
Shion,
after the festival.
Shion asks Keiichi, do you hear that sound? Keiichi's like, I don't want my mom to embarrass me. Just tell her no.
I've never met this woman before.
Oh, yeah, what about wet? I remember that. What about wet?
Describes the footsteps as being wet because
Yeah.
he imagines that it's someone coming in from the rain.
Yeah.
But it's just his mom in the house.
Oh my god. That, like,
Squish.
that almost could have worked if it was Hanyu for once. But, like, no, it's Keiichi's mom.
Hanyu just coming out from the rain.
She's like, ow, it's rainy.
Oh. It's the sea lion out in the rain. Oh.
I hear the sound of a sea lion. What's going on here? That
Man,
sea
it's
lion
really
can only be
pouring
one
on.
thing, Mion.
She's come to kill me.
With
For
the,
some reason, even though I did nothing this entire time.
she's come to kill me with our animals from the Antarctic. The Sonozakis can get anything.
Is there anything you guys want to talk about that,
The art, it was doo-doo bad.
like,
I hate it.
This is the point that I kind of realized that it's like, maybe I like Rena a little bit too much, because I see her art and I'm like, she's cute. It's fine. I think I might like Rena a little too much.
Well, you know, Rena looks the best because she's the marketing
Yeah.
icon.
Yeah, the girls look mostly fine, if not like kind of just like weird compared to the Ryukishi ones at least. I don't know, like Rika's very small bangs are very strange.
This is what
Rika
happens.
looks so much older than she actually is.
This is what happens when you read too much of Ryukishi's novels. You look at Ryukishi art and you're like, yeah, this is normal.
It is, it's good.
Yeah, oh my god, I
I
love
mean
it. I
that
love it.
unironically.
I miss the hands.
The hands, I love the paws.
Yes, I love their boxing gloves. Yes,
I'm
Oishi's,
still.
like, weirdly shaped.
I hate Oishi. His sprite that's my least favorite.
Saka. I do not like. I straight up do not like Ryukishi's design of Akasaka. He is boring, but at least he's boring. Akasaka in the PS2 sprite. It looks shitty. He's got such a giant fucking forehead.
It looks like a poorly manufactured Ken doll.
They definitely like were like, oh, the selling point, Higurashi, the cute girls, oh, but they're fucked up. So we're gonna get a guy who like who's very good at like quote unquote very good at drawing cute girls. And then they sat him down and they gave him the cast list and he's like, I gotta draw what?
How many guys do I have to draw? Like, okay, I draw all the girls in chapter 1, and then I don't have to draw another one after that? Like, what?
I don't like any of it. Nope. I don't like the lip flaps either.
They're so
Oh,
okay,
God.
Okay, so I told Random and watch this already. They would look bad even if they were there from the start, but the PS2 version did not have lip flap. That was literally, like, added later. That's why it looks that bad.
It's really bad.
It's so awful.
Yeah.
You know, that's, I guess,
Like,
I mean...
Jeff Dunham puppets have better lip
It's
sync
so
than this.
distracting.
I don't know. You might have to correct me on this one, Nathan. I think PS3 Umineko also has lip flap, and it looks better. I
I think so. I know the Switch one does, I believe.
Oh, the
Yeah, I have seen they're like newer the PS3 sprites and they do have lip flaps, and it's also terrible.
Okay, it's also
I
terrible.
don't like it.
Okay. I mean, Umineko's another one where it's like, why would you just not go with Ryukishi? Like, literally, the PS3 sprites, starting with, like, the second half, they just traced over Ryukishi's art. Like, after a while, they were just like, all right, he's just way better at this. Let's just trace.
Let's bring back the boxing gloves.
Please, they're so good. They're great.
They're just so nice.
After 8 books, they're feeling comfortable, and this is not comfortable.
Oh, God. I forgot about the PS2 Okanogi. His nose is less Okanogi. I hate it.
No!
Not pointy?
It's not
gotta
nearly
look
as
this up.
pointy, no.
Oh, I have to. Yeah, I also have to look. Well, then what's the fucking
Exactly.
What's the fucking point? What is the point? This article is a
Oh.
disambiguation for Okanoku. Did you mean? Yeah, I know, buddy. All right.
Wait, what was
Well,
that?
we'll save that. We'll save that for another day.
Wait, what did you say?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's so funny.
Oh, the Steam sprite for Okanogi is also a nightmare.
God, this.
Oh no. I now want to take a look and see how bad it is.
I can't tell if this is the Steam or PS2 one, but he looks like a tool.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Why does he look like an anus?
Oh,
Okay, the first one is the Steam one. The second one is PS2. He looks awful in both.
The
Yeah,
second
no.
one, he looks like 13.
yeah, he looks like he should. He looks like he should be in like a high school dating game. At least the first one, he looks menacing.
I'm confused about the suspenders choice.
Yeah,
He
like
did not have suspenders originally.
that's
Okay, so I at least there, because isn't the whole thing that he is also dressed up? Because he is the front is like the Okanogi gardeners, right?
Yeah.
So that's like a front outfit, and so I kind of buy it. And like if this was in like the Ryukishi design, I probably would love the suspenders.
Oh yeah. No, because you
That's
know
true.
they would be like really giant, and the color balancing would be horrendous.
we stopped talking about the
Yeah.
story, and now we're just.
I was just
talking
gonna say,
about-
are we out of things to talk about?
No, Wash wanted to say something, but we kept interrupting him.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Oh, did I have something to say?
Yeah, you kept trying to say something. And they just kept going.
I'm
It was about Mion.
that like she's just like bizarrely aggressive in a way that just doesn't make any damn sense. Did they just wanted to get this arc over with? Is that why everything is at like 100?
I'm gonna say because they wrote it like just looking at the fucking wiki article is also like, oh, it was written so that if you make the bad choices, it's like a bad end. Like,
Yeah, and it's literal. And it's like, why is the bad end? Why is the bad end not doubting your friends?
You know what? I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like, hey, play the PS2 version with exclusive ending and content.
Also, did
And this
this
is it.
imply that like the end of book 6 is the bad version because like everybody's happy together and then they die?
There is an alternate ending to 6. I know that they did write an alternate ending. At some point.
Where everybody survives?
No, where everybody dies. I don't know. I know very little about it. It's. I mean, the only thing that I can give the PS2 version is that the Ryukishi version of 8 is just not there. But, like, for all I know, the new Higurashi 8 could be even worse. So it's like, I don't know.
I'm not really sure. Yeah, what would be like a different?
So, from what I have very limited knowledge of it, but from what I understand, the bulk of the new 8 is like the problems that all of the characters went through in the previous books. Keiichi and Rika are getting them through those problems before they confront Takano. That's my understanding. I don't know too much about it, but I'm pretty sure that's what most of it is, which means that you lose like all of the Takano stuff,
Oh,
but you get more involvement with the main characters. So it's I don't know. I need to actually read it, but my desire to read it has drastically gone down after reading this.
yeah. The Takano stuff is so important, though. It's like,
Oh, and then the PS2 version has the arc about like Kimiyoshi's daughter or granddaughter or whatever, and she like, and there's something there, and she was like a character people knew about for a while, and now nobody talks about her.
why?
Hey, watch this exclusive character from the console arcs. You can only get from getting the PS2 version of Higurashi.
Oh, hell yeah.
My only problem with it is that this character is in Higurashi Daybreak, and I love that game. So seeing her there, I'm like, I have no idea who you are. I wish I did just so.
Oh, that's the fighting game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I for half a minute I was like, are you talking about the basketball one?
Oh, Nathan, I got to tell Random and watch this with no context. They need to play Higurashi Daybreak so they can see Tomotage Flash because it's relevant to Umineko?
It
It
is.
is!
It's important.
We're not gonna read Umineko for a long time.
We're sprinkling the seeds to get you two to want to read Umineko in the future for the podcast, but not for a long time.
There's different Kimiyoshi granddaughters, by the way. There's
Are there? I
one
only know about
for the manga. There's one for the mobile game.
God, the mobile game. Oh my god.
There's a mobile game?
Yeah. We are in like
Are you talking about like Genshin Impact type mobile
we are in
game?
like the darkest era of Higurashi right now. It's
There's also one that was drawn by Ryukishi. I'm going to
What?
post
Oh,
here.
I know about. I
Very
think I know about
cute.
that one.
She's just like a civil servant, and she's like in some kind I-mode ports. What is that? Oh, mobile ports? I guess she was in the phone. Well, you could play Higurashi on your phone.
So wait, civil servant, and then like, is this like who they confronted when they get to?
Yes.
Yeah, Miss Hataka.
This is who they're yelling at.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Don't you feel bad now?
Oh no, we're hurting this woman who keeps ignoring us.
You're hurting her feelings.
Meanwhile, she has some dark history with the Hojo family, and she just will
What
not.
if she has a bad dark backstory? Because every fucking character has to have a back. Where's Okanogi's backstory?
No, we saw Okanogi's tragic backstory in action. He lost to Akasaka.
Yeah, he got his ass beat, and he lost his will to live.
He's got his ass beat, and he's like, now I want to challenge a 17-year-old girl. Maybe. I don't care
Or
how old
however
she
old
is.
she is.
I don't care.
I'm not making it weird. It's not weird.
It's not weird. I just want to fight you and kill you. Not weird at all.
Can we just do like a but yeah, except it's solely Higurashi themed and it's the four of us? This is so much fun.
That's literally what this has
that,
become.
That is what we could just.
Can we just keep doing it? This is so much fun.
Look, that
We
one's like
could just-
1,000 or something.
Yeah, I think this
Because
is what
honestly,
this is.
there's not that much else to talk about with this fucking arc, so I was perfectly fine with us just shooting the shit about
Okay, all right.
Higurashi
We-
with our
we got about 3.5 minutes
part one
left.
of this video is done. Part two, we're just shooting the shit.
We've got about 3.5 minutes left, so I'll just ask this one question, and if we finish early, we'll just do final thoughts. Better or worse than Higurashi 8?
Worse.
Worse.
I might be an 8
Dude.
defender.
Yeah, I say 8 is better.
I mean, ranking 8 is such a pain because I like most of 8, and then Rika caresses the bullet, and I'm like, all right, nothing we read up to this point matters anymore. So it's hard, but like,
Yeah, alright.
at least when Keiichi picked on Rena and she got flustered, I was like, I miss this. I think 8 is worse.
Oh.
I think 8 is worse.
Wow.
Wow.
All because of flirting.
Yeah, you know
Out
what?
of
That was a cute
character
scene.
flirting.
It's been a while since Kichi flirted with Rena like that. It has been a while.
We read Higurashi 1 in August. I think that was like the last time.
I'm gonna have to divulge my Genji Goda opinions later on at a different time.
Oh,
Uichi Nakasaka.
I only heard Genji and I was like, we can't talk about Umineko, I'm sorry.
My Genji Goda opinions.
Oh, oh my god, I want to talk about Umineko so bad.
Nope.
You
Nope,
two can have
not
that
for
podcast
another-
together.
I'm sorry.
Like, I am in the camp that it's like, I prefer Higurashi to Umineko, but it's like, I could change my mind on it. Like, I haven't, but if I did change my mind on it, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I
Guys,
love
if you want
Higurashi
us to
and Umineko.
read Umineko, let us know in the comments below now.
No, the problem with Umineko is that it's like Higurashi, there's so many bonus arcs that it's just like, yeah, bring people in. But Umineko, it's like, it's the $8. There's like that bonus one, but like, that's it.
There's like Saku, yeah, and then there's like another weird off one. where they-
The fighting game.
yeah, and then but there's like another off arc,
is there?
tiny arc where they explain
Hey,
they like
Wash.
to make like a furry character. And that's kind of
Yeah,
it.
Hey, Wash.
that's right.
Hey, Wash.
Hey, random.
Do you remember when you were clueless about Higurashi? This is what it feels like now. Did you miss that feeling?
Hey, we can
Yeah,
make you,
I'm just
we can
kinda,
make
like,
you feel
sipping my
lost about
drink.
Sakanya, because Nathan and I are probably lost on Sakanya too.
I'm gonna read it again, and then I'm gonna let you know.
I'm gonna read it again, and I'm gonna be like, when is the second one coming out? Anyways, you know what else hasn't come out yet? The timer. Final thoughts.
The
time.
timer. Final thoughts. It was dumb. it just felt unsatisfying and rushed, and like it was a Disney sequel. They did have some moments that were great, like Rena and Kichi flirting, and the moment where Uichi catches Kichi off guard. But I missed this one. Made me go like, man, 8 at least had shit put together. 8 had mostly satisfying things. Mostly, not counting the end. I mean more like the Home Alone antics.
5
was
steps
fun.
backward.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, 5 steps backward. And it just felt the ending was so abrupt. Like it was like even then, even the game itself wanted to get itself over with.
Sorry to interrupt, but Random, do you remember at the end of Higurashi 3 when you were like, I think 1 had a better ending because they were just like, yeah, we're gonna kill off all the characters, and it felt very abrupt. Now we're here and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I'll take 3 any day compared to this.
Oh yeah.
God, 3 is so
3
good.
is so good. Oh my god. If 6 wasn't perfect, I'd probably prefer 3. Like, it's so good.
I even think 2 is a miles better than this, and 2 was like my second least favorite. And even though it still is, it went from being much better than 8 to even more better than 8. Now, so yeah, I didn't like it. I'm glad it was short though. It made the pain at least easy to bear. Yeah, 10 out of 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Okay. I guess I'll go next, and then we'll let Nathan go before Kirby fan. Random already said it. This was rushed. This was so rushed, and I didn't like. Thanks to Kirby fan, I now realize like why. This is just like so bizarre and just so out of character, just off canon, just in general, just like this stuff that just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not understanding what's going on here, and like motivations aren't making sense in this one. There was one thing that I wanted to mention because I just realized we completely skipped over, but like in the PS2, they got an anime intro now.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Because the PlayStation 2's got DVDs, so you can fit in all the video you want. And I like that. It's bad, and like the one shot where you have like CGI feet, like scary feet.
Scarier than anything in here.
I forgot about the CGI feed.
Scary feet, scary feet, scary feet, scary feet. Oh, the kid's awake. Scary feet, scary feet, scary feet, scary feet. Kid's asleep. Roar! Sorry.
No, that was good. That was good. Thank you.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Pixar perspective never dies, even though Nathan doesn't know anything about it.
All right.
And the music for that intro, that was a real toe tapper. Anyway, there's so little else to say about this. I'm still flabbergasted that like they just dropped Akasaka in the middle of a completely. We have like no understanding of who this guy is, why he has a sprite, why he's so important, why Uichi likes him so much,
Why Rika likes him.
Yeah.
why Rika likes him. They literally just say, "Oh, you'll find out in the next book," which is not the next book. It's again, I'm so confused on the chronology here. What is?
Do you remember in
What is
Higurashi 5
happening?
and you were like, I'm trying to wrap my brain around all this? Like, that's literally this.
It's way worse.
Oh my god, way worse.
At least book 5, like I had, there was so much that I was so confused about, but at least book 5 like said, yeah, this one girl created the entire conspiracy herself. So at least there, that's better. Here it's literally just like if Random and I had seen this instead of book 2, we wouldn't even know where to start. We would literally have no questions.
We would have started thinking about a different podcast. That's what we would have started.
It would be like, can we just jumpstart into fucking, I don't know, DreamWorks perspective? But it's not good. Not good. Why did Mion die of a heart attack? What? He's like 27? What? Nathan.
Would you want to go last, Nathan, or?
No, it's fine. I can go now. I was going to start by reading this from the wiki. Taraimawashi is a Japanese idiom referring to handing off a problem to someone else in order to evade responsibility, similar to the English expression passing the buck, which is what everybody who worked on this did. And it is what everyone else in the world should do. Do it and not read it because it is not worth it. That's really it.
That was incredible.
That was like a Gene Shalit review right there. That was great.
Bravo.
When our special guests give final thoughts, I'm used to like Count Rancid, who it's like the longer that he talks, the more entranced you get. So he keeps talking and you're like, keep talking. But this is like 2 seconds, done.
It's like Gene Shalit said, you couldn't ask for a worse arc than this. Okay. Kirby fan, wrap it up.
So, like, I don't know what to add. I can't tell you what I would add here. I guess, like, when Rena hands me on the shopping list, that's more than what she does in Higurashi 8. So that's why I prefer, like, I don't know what to add. Like, that's what I got. That's all I got. So, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Moving on.
Alright, now let's just talk shit about Higurashi.
I mean, like, do you want to? I don't mind.
Sure, yeah.
I got like another 45 minutes before I have to even think about going to bed, so.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's true. Like, usually this recording would take us like 2 hours. It's not even 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I
mean, I want to talk about what we're doing next when we're done, but like, that's it. Otherwise, let's just talk about let's talk about Chie's relationship with Curry.
Let's talk about Higurashi basketball.
I don't know. Let's just talk about shit.
Chie's relationship with Curry. Curry.
Sorry. Oh yeah. You know what? We should ask Nathan, like certain questions about Higurashi.
Yeah. Who is your favorite character?
Or their thoughts on certain things. For example,
who's your favorite character and why is it Rena?
I mean, it's probably a tie between like Reina and Shion. I think Shion's like a close second, but reading 6, like Reina's probably my favorite, and then I think it goes like, I don't know, yeah, in terms of like the gang. I guess Rika and then Mion and then Satoko. I don't know. Satoko's in a weird position now for certain reasons.
Yeah, that we can't. I know what you mean. So I'm sure you didn't mean to, but it's like, where would you put Keiichi in there?
Where would I put Keiichi in there? I don't know. I like Keiichi. He's funny.
I love Keiichi.
He's definitely up there because you're with him the whole time.
Yeah. I remember when we were going through everything, like when we got to Higurashi 6, Random and Wash were like, we like Keiichi, but now it's like, yeah, we really like Keiichi. And then we got to 7, and I remember Wash specifically just being like, Keiichi.
Like, seriously though, what a character that has grown.
So my god, so much.
And then did nothing in book 8.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if Marvel just took Iron Man and just made him grow, and then he did nothing in Endgame.
Oh yeah, like they have and then just Iron Man just dies in the background.
Could you imagine like the Marvel superheroes in the style of Ryukishi?
I want to see that so bad.
Could you imagine anything in the style of Ryukishi?
Have you two, Nathan, I'm assuming you've seen this. Have you, or Random or Wash, have either of you seen the AI-generated Ryukishi art?
What?
No?
I think I have.
You haven't? Oh my god. Okay,
You
I'm pulling,
need to
I'm pulling
show
it up.
this to me
Talk.
now. And
I'm pulling it up. Talk about something.
Alright, well, it's very funny to me that Chie is based on a character from a way worse visual novel,
Yes.
and how much that way worse visual novel had an impact on Ryukishi becomes increasingly funny to me. I'm talking about Tsukihime.
what is it?
Tsukihime was a very formative visual novel for a lot of people in the 90s. And when you read it, if you read it after reading Umineko, it will make you insane. It's about like this kid who goes back to his family after being disowned for like 8 years arbitrarily to live in this mansion, but also there's like vampires sometimes, but sometimes there's not. And also, he kind of wants to have sex with his sister, like a lot. It's a sex game, by the way. There's like a lot of
This was
sex
sold
scenes.
at the same convention that Ryukishi sold. Remember, I was talking about a couple episodes ago.
Yup.
Like you had to have
Yup.
porn to be at these things. That's that. And like,
Yeah, there's a lot of like written like porn scenes. It's really not good at all. Even outside of the porn is written bad. It's written bad. I'm not a fan, but it's very funny because it seems like
And the T-shirt came from that.
yeah, her design is like based on Shiel, who's like this vampire hunting nun woman that you meet at one point, who you can also have sex with, by the way, don't worry. Who hates your vampire
no.
GF.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh
But
my
why
God.
Curry then?
I think she
That's one of the
she
sex
likes
acts.
Curry and Tsukihime too. Yeah, I think that's a reference to Tsukihime also.
Oh, wait, to the what?
She doesn't really act like that character at all, though. That character is kind of like, I don't know, she's like your senpai.
Oh god. Could you imagine if you're just like playing the game and all of a sudden you hear Curry's the most respectful of dishes and all the curry.
God.
Did she say that in the anime?
The anime? Maybe? I don't know if they had time for it.
Oh, that sucks. Come on.
They cut out a lot in the anime.
Oh.
The anime version of Arc 2, if you think the book version is bad, oh my god.
oh, what did I just have? In Higurashi, this is like by being inept and leaving it out, they actually improved it. The whole thing in Mion is Shion and Shion is Mion is never addressed.
Oh.
Incredible.
Oh. So wait, there's literally like all that motivation is gone from book 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh no. Oh no. And also that means that like the bit in book 9 where like Mion is suddenly like more aggressive and like more careless, that doesn't make sense anymore.
I don't know why it took me so long, but these are the AI generated Higurashi characters.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my
The
god.
one I hate the one on the bottom right. I hate the one on the bottom. The rest?
Ah!
Yeah, the one on the bottom right is disturbing.
I was gonna say Cabbage Patch doll, and the one in the center looks like Ed. These are all the other demons. And
I like the mouth on the one on the upper right.
You see, there's
mouth
Rika.
or nose, you decide.
You see, you know how there's Rika? There's Mika, Lika, Sika, Bika, Yika, Pika,
All of her sisters.
Ika, Kakako.
They're all blue-haired girls. They're all Hanyu.
Except for the
Hanyu,
bottom right.
Banyu, Manyu,
Except for the bottom right.
Wanyu.
Wanyu.
Except for the bottom right, who is the like knockoff Lego figurine.
Yeah, at least the middle one kind of looks like the one in the bottom middle looks like Satoko, like what's
Like a beta design of
what's
Satoko.
bootleg Satoko.
Bootleg Satoko.
Nice Satoko.
I was gonna say it's like Satoko as raised by wolves because she doesn't. Her eyebrows are out of control.
Satoko wolf children. Like she gets abandoned by her aunt and uncle instead of Rika taking care of her. Wolves are in Amizawa, and they just
Well, we all know how silly random. We all know that wolves are extinct. She's just kind of a dog hybrid.
Except in Hinamizawa, there were secret wolves.
The secret organization of wolves that were working with Takano, yes.
Yes.
Secret organization of wolves, and it turns out that like the father didn't. Spoilers for Wolf Children. It turns out that the father didn't die in a tunnel. It's that like one of the kids just went insane. And just,
you know how Takano hired the Mad Dogs or whatever it's called. Is that what it's called? The Mad Dogs?
The Mountain Hounds, I'm pretty sure. Or is that the...
Mad Dog Disease?
Mountain Dogs.
Oh, Mountain
Dogs.
Mad
It is Mountain Dogs.
Mad Dog. That's the T-shirt.
Either way, wait, no, is it the Mountain Dogs?
I gotta go look.
I think
It's the Mountain Dogs, and then like the one above them are the Bloodhounds.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
imagine if instead of being Mountain Dogs being humans, they're all just dogs. And then they decide to raise Satoko as their own.
No, the father dies. Satoko pushes Keiichi off the bridge, and instead of landing on the car seat, he lands on the dad, and that's how he survived.
Takano bribes them all with kibble. That's the. She has millions of dollars worth of kibble.
Dogs are just running wild in her lab while everything's falling apart, and she's like, how could this have happened? My plan.
My child just ate a silica packet. Takano, let's dissect her brain.
They're just like a bunch of dog residue around Hinamizawa. Where'd this come from?
It's gonna be a nightmare to edit.
Good luck.
The hardest part is going to be the AI-generated Higurashi. The rest, I'm just probably going to leave unedited.
I'm just gonna have to like put that in the. Sorry to the people listening in the audio version, but
Hey, good luck.
these are some creepy. Do you? These I'm guessing these are not from like a Twitter account, right?
I think they were initially posted on Reddit, I'm pretty sure. I found it on Twitter, but I think it was posted on Reddit first.
Okay. All right. So just for the audio versions, these AI characters suck. They're really bad.
They look great.
This is the art version of what this console arc was.
Yeah.
It looks like Ryukishi, but it's not.
Yeah. It's all dumb.
The one with the unibrow and the twin tails is maybe
one-
doing something for me.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm gravitating to that one the most.
Yeah.
I just like the idea of like a Hinamizawa character with a monobrow. It's just cute.
Yeah, you know what? I'd be down with that. Like if Hanyu had
and
different
relatable.
personalities, it was just like the like older sister or something, or I don't know.
I'm going to be seeing that bottom right one in my nightmares tonight.
Oh my god.
I hate that
What
one.
if it was just like a Hanyu Ed and Eddie?
God.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Is it
It's just ow! Ow! What is happening?
I'm just thinking. Now I'm thinking about like the torture scenes, but with like the Ed and Eddie sound effects.
Neon, how are you going to torture me as the fish?
It's like like whenever Keiichi says something, there's just a oh.
So apparently, according to the wiki, because Chie's like a guest character, quote unquote, like she's just an obvious reference to another character, like he won't have her die and he won't have her go crazy and murder anyone, which kind of sucks.
What?
Yeah.
It's so easy for her to go crazy too.
I know.
Literally just curry. Just curry.
You literally just curry, and then she gets taken by the disease or whatever the fuck, and then she just literally kills everyone who doesn't like curry.
It said it was considered for some extra content, and Ryukishi decided against it, so she's considered a guest character.
Ryokishi, come on.
Ryukishi,
Come on. Give us the
Ryukishi, how do
curry
you not
arc.
know your own characters like this?
Please.
Give us the curry arc.
It also says he met with the people who made Tsukihime and was given permission to continue using Chie. However, they said that, quote, if the content of Higurashi would in some manner cast a shadow on an original character from Tsukihime, they would be able to take back that permission at any time. I wish that would happen. It wouldn't, but Man, that would be funny.
So long as it happened after Higurashi 6, because there's that great moment where she's like, Rena gets taken away. They blame the teacher. I get let go. I can't have curry. Death.
And then she dies and never comes back. And it's just the principal without a Sprite. You know what I want to... You know what? That's a weird topic. Which character that doesn't have a Sprite would you want to see a Sprite for?
It's just...
I mean, the obvious one is Oya.
Yeah, like, it's a little weird for me and Nathan because we've gone through the anime, and so we know what, like, all the characters look like, so it's a little... Even Yamamoto from 9.
The principal does, like, you see the back of his head in the anime.
Oh, I thought you actually saw him. Like, probably...
I think it's the principal who's, like, ringing the bell, like, the school bell when class starts. I'm pretty sure that's who it's supposed to.
Yeah, alright, so, yeah, close enough. Yeah, but
Oh,
you see Oreo, you see horny kids, you see those two.
Oh, yeah, the two little horny friends.
Yeah, I know.
We love them.
Oh, that's the worst part about reading too. Oh.
Oh, yeah, the early books do have that problem where, like, there's some of the weird horniness that he kind of grows out of eventually.
Yeah, it's so weird though, because it's like 1 kind of didn't have it, and then 2 was like, huh? And then 3 was like, okay, let's take all of that, instead of spreading it around, we're gonna concentrate this on one character, and it's gonna be really bad.
Oh yeah, that's a... Do we see what the baseball player looks like?
Yes, and oh, I found this out. Apparently, he gets a Sprite in the Happy Fun Time Pool Party before Higurashi 9. So that got a new Sprite, and the actual Higurashi 9...
I need to see a Sprite. I need to see it now.
You gotta draw this guy.
The one who's like...
Pool party? What?
First...
You know originally how we didn't watch the ones before it, but they were coming back from a pool party before.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a whole arc, and apparently, good old horny dessert boy got himself a Sprite.
The only thing I remember about that arc...
What's his name? I gotta look him up.
...is that Oishi is trying to keep everybody from leaving, so he summons, like, a whole squadron of police to block off all the exits. That's all I remember.
What? What are they? The Onet Police Department? What the fuck?
Sure, yeah, you can't go this way.
Like, why?
Blocking the road.
What is the name of that character? Because I gotta look up their Sprite now.
Yeah, it's so sad that they're trapped in 1983 forever because they can never play Roblox.
They can never play Roblox.
Oof.
What is the name of that character?
Roblox.
No.
Roblox.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Roblox?
Roblox?
Roblox.
Can you imagine all the Higurashi characters as Minecraft and Roblox OCs?
Oh, have you ever seen the 2006 Higurashi anime opening done with Roblox?
No, what?
What?
That's a video somebody posted in the Higurashi server that I'm in.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Higurashi with Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Oh,
What?
When They Crossing, I love that account. It's a lot of Umineko, but I love that account.
Oh, damn it. I was gonna watch that, but it was spoiling me.
It's you know, every so often, it's a Twitter post, but every so I used to share them. Like, remember that? I remember this one. It was the club, they were having parfaits together, and it was super cute, and you responded, I trust in none of those smiles.
When was that? Like, which book did I finish?
I mean, it was probably like 5, if not 4.
What is the Twitter called?
They changed it recently, but you can look up, like, I don't even know what you would look up.
Twitter is a terrible search engine.
Yes.
A little bit.
Oh man, this thumbnail for Higurashi opening but made in Roblox.
Oh, these hair textures.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forget. Keiichi's not in the opening, right? So we can't see Keiichi?
No, they have a Keiichi in this.
Ooh.
They kind of just do whatever they want in this.
Oh, it's not actually trying to be the Higurashi opening.
Well, it's kind of trying to be the opening, but then there's one shot where they kind of just made all the characters, like Takano's there.
Okay.
And Satoshi's there.
Satoshi?
Oh, wait, Satoshi! And Satoshi is like in front of is Takano keeping Satoshi hostage? What's going on?
Standing in like a classroom.
So
Why is Hanyu there?
So
Why not?
Kirby, you may want to edit this out or you may not. But I started playing the opening and then I realized like a tiny bit of it and I realized, oh wait, Audacity can pick up the fact that I'm playing the opening. So you're gonna hear it for a bit and when we edit.
Hell yeah.
That's-
Prize.
That's fine.
It's only for like a second, but you're just gonna hear it.
It's fine.
Hold on, why is Satoko drowning? This is not the opening.
They need to make it blue, so they put water in there. I don't know how Roblox works.
I don't know how it works either. I remember my cousin tried to get me to play it, but my computer.
My
refused.
nephews are trying to get me in the play. You know what? We shouldn't talk about Roblox and Higurashi.
It's a lot of kids love it. They can't get enough of it.
Why?
They can't get enough of that exploitative ass game.
I just
Anyway,
got to Satsuko
Higurashi.
training. I just got to Satsuko training.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
What?
You haven't heard that one? The anyway, here's Wonderwall.
No.
That's a classic.
I
That's all I'm
thought
gonna say.
I kept thinking of Pink. I thought of Pink Floyd's The Wall, which has nothing to do with Higurashi.
And also had nothing to do with the nostalgia critics, The Wall.
Oh God, could you imagine?
All right, back to Higurashi. Nathan,
I want to
have
see.
you-
I want to see Higurashi design the song.
Have you watched any of the episodes that are public?
Not yet.
Okay.
I should have done
So
beforehand.
no, you're good. You're good. We came up with this as a joke in book 1, and it's like we were talking about the theories in book 4, or for the book 4 episode. We are talking about like the theories for the first 4 books, and I love this so much. In Higurashi 1, when Keiichi almost gets run over, it was a total joke, but it's like, God, if the pieces fit. Keiichi was like, nobody just keeps going and almost runs you over, and our explanation was Rika was driving the van. And she's so short she can't see.
Me.
I'm just imagining Rika being like, I'm gonna find the culprit, I'm gonna run them over. Too bad I can't see out of the window. Hopefully I don't hit like Keiichi or somebody. Keiichi starts screaming expletives. Guess I'm not driving a truck anymore.
I've lived for 100 years and somehow I haven't learned how to drive.
My feet are too short for the bus.
I can't see out the window.
She just dropped a cinder block on the gas.
Yeah. It's like Toy Story 4 style, except instead of toys, Rika's driving and she's like, Satsuko, slam on the gas.
Hanyu, slam on the gas. I can't touch anything.
Can't touch anything until Higurashi 8 when I can, lol.
When I can, because I believe. I have the power of friendship.
Yeah. All I had to do was believe in myself and replace Kichi's role as the protagonist.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, your thoughts on Hanyu?
She's funny.
Honestly, that's a good way to interpret Hanyu.
She's a funny little guy. She just sucks.
Best way. That's
Am
the
I
best,
the only one who kind of likes
that's the
Hanyu?
best way to describe Hanyu I've ever heard.
She's like, it's like, this is basically the closest thing to Oyashiro-sama. She just sucks. Can't do anything.
Sorry to everybody anyone who likes Hanyu, including random.
You know what? I will say this. As a god, she is terrible. Like, you could still be a good... Like, I still like her as a character, but my god, she's terrible at her job.
God.
Everything. Every time I think about Hanyu, I just think about Rika. like when in 7, when Takano is talking, she's talking her stuff, and Hanyu's upset, and Rika's like, "Look, you upset the god. You should bring her something." And Takano's, "All right, well, what should I bring her?" And Hanyu says cream puffs, and Rika's like, "They're gonna think I want cream puffs." So she says it, and Takano and Toмотake start laughing. They're like, "Okay, we'll bring a couple." And Rika's like, "I hate Hanyu so much."
Join the club.
I hate this fucking kid.
We talked about this in 7, but like the gap between hating Hanyu and loving Rika is like so huge.
Yeah.
It's just this poor girl.
She's just stuck with
Not
Hanyu.
even like the time loop thing. Just having to suffer through this fucking
Suffer through.
asshole.
Ow! I mean, at least I still hate Hanyu in chapter 7. Like, my god. But at least I like her in 8. I will say that. Like, that's where she warmed up to me. She's annoying as fucking 7, and
I'm glad you do, but like for me, Hanyu just suddenly acting smug about a thing she found out about yesterday. It kind of pissed me
she's
off.
doing something. Give her credit for that.
He's trying.
She didn't do that in 7.
Yeah, and that's apparently why everybody died.
Oh yeah, like what?
Well, that's not that. Hey, hey, that's not really the fault of Hanyu. I mean, it is, but like also like, hey, you die. We all died because you didn't do anything. I'm like, that's some horrible pressure to put on a god. Wait.
Oh,
You had something going there until you called her a god.
Yeah,
And I was like, fuck.
not to be rude, she's not people. Like,
Hey, being a god it's tough to be a god. Oh, God. I'm trying to think of more Higurashi questions just to ask.
Yeah, okay, we ask questions and then we're like, the problem is anything Ryukishi. You talk about Ryukishi, you talk about like the content for 5 minutes, and then you meme for the rest of the conversation.
that's what this conversation
Yes,
fucking is.
yes,
I'm sorry.
that's what Ryukishi like. Again, I mean, Echo's the same way. The one person I've talked to Sakanya about, that's what that turned into.
man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm afraid to ask this question, so I'm not sure if I will.
Ask it.
I think you should
No.
do it.
Do it.
Us.
I think it'd be fun.
Gosh, you know what I'm gonna ask because we didn't listen to Kirby. Right after you told us not to pretend something that didn't exist.
Oh fuck!
You didn't actually do it, did you?
we hold on. Where's the Wikipedia page?
What did you
no.
do? Oh no.
The cursed one, the cursed arc.
Please tell me you got the wrong
the
one.
horny
Please tell me
one.
you got the wrong one, please.
The one before the pool party.
In my imagination, you could still be getting the wrong one. Like in
The
Higurashi-
horny
Wait. Did you didn't read chapter 9? Is it in the anime?
Okay,
I
here's
don't
something
know.
that was definitely in the anime. There was an arc in the anime, as I remember correctly, where they get really horny about all the characters. Like Tomatake takes pictures of Rika.
No!
Oh no.
All right, we're gonna cut this out. Fuck this. I start opening a can of worms. Fuck it.
They animated that one, but not for Rei. They ignored it, and then later on they just decided to animate it anyway.
No idea.
And like we're gonna cut this out, but like Random and I were going through the wiki page, and I like broke when it got to Takano because just like inventing
Yeah, we're not gonna
a
read
new,
the whole thing. We're not stupid. But
just inventing a new fetish. Like what the fuck? I lost my mind.
and then we pretended it never
It
existed.
doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't. We just had to learn the hard way.
Nobody likes it. It doesn't exist.
Not real.
It's not
No,
real.
it doesn't exist. I was about to start.
Okay.
I was about to vent, but it doesn't exist.
Let's go back to like happy memeing.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm trying to think. Oh, what before you finished it? Did you think it was a curse or people?
What did I think?
Oh, you read you went to the anime first.
I went
Yeah.
to the anime as a little baby, so I probably just thought it was a curse.
yeah.
I don't think it even occurred to me that it could be people.
Yeah. No, that was me until I was like, oh wait, it's totally Oishi. The way that the anime frames him, I was like, it has to be this guy.
Do they frame him like Simon Skinner from Hot Fuzz framed, or
No,
like?
I thought you were talking about Seymour Skinner
Yes, I thought
from
too.
The Simpsons.
Oishi invites Akasaka over. Well, Oishi, I made it despite your directions.
Despite your directions.
Good lord, what is happening in there?
Good lord, what is happening in there? Hinamizawa syndrome. Hinamizawa syndrome. At this time of day, at this time of year.
Localized entirely within this village.
Yes.
May I see it?
No. Oishi, the house is on fire. No, mother, you're just level 5.
You're in the final stage.
And on that note, we have to end it right there.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw
We
more
have to
time,
end it
but
right
like
there.
we're not topping it. Okay, so
That was the best fucking punchline.
Can we please get the entire like steamed ham scene in Ryukichi art style, please?
Nathan,
Like a
have you
Ryukichi.
seen
Please.
have you seen steamed hams? But it's Umi Neko.
Yeah, someone's done that.
The
It's
Umi
steamed ham,
Neko
but
one
it's
is
Umi
so
Neko.
good. It's so good.
And it's straight up just like how reading it is.
Yeah, it's literally Umi Neko. Oh my god. And okay. Anyway,
Can they do that with can they do that with Higurashi so I don't have to read Umineko before watching it?
You don't really have to read Umi Neko before watching it, but it helps.
it helps.
Okay.
Anyway. What we're gonna do next time, because we have one more surprise under our belts.
Yes, before we get to the finale.
Yeah. Nathan needs a very long break after having to read this, so it's just gonna be the three of us. We are going to take. We've been going forward this whole time, right? And the story, I mean, gone backwards for this one, but like, you know, it's a PS2, so it's like we're moving forward. But for the next episode, we are going to go back. We are going to go as far back as we possibly can. And we are going to be taking a look at the first draft of Ryukishi's first draft of Higurashi, and we will be reading Hinamizawa Busta, the play that he had originally written for the competition for theater before deciding, I want to make a sound novel.
Oh wow.
I'm hella excited. As a person who loves theater and has written a few plays myself, I'm genuinely excited to see this. And I'm excited how crazy the first draft is compared to everything else.
Have you ever read it, Nathan, by chance?
I need to. I've never read it.
Bonkers wild. The only thing that I'm gonna warn you going in, characters are not necessarily the same age as they are. So when characters say certain lines of dialogue, don't be like, what the hell? Be like, what the hell?
I see.
So with that, Wash, you may plug. And then Nathan, you plug too.
Yeah, well, what is the proper podcast etiquette? Does the guest plug first?
I think the guest normally when we do, like, I know Gianna Luna was plugging first, and then I think Count Rancid did too. So yeah, Nathan plug first.
Yeah, you plug yourself first.
I don't know if I have anything to plug. I guess you can follow my Twitter if you really want to at coolest penis.
Let's go.
That's me.
That's Tomatake when he's trying to talk to Takano.
Yeah. Please. That's really it.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
You should read Umi Neko.
Not yet. Wash, plug.
Okay, if you liked what you listened to, then God, we did our damnedest with editing. So please, you can follow us on our Twitter account, twitter.com/WRK podcast, and we'll let you know when the next episode comes out. And you can watch this in video form, youtube.com/WRK podcast. Subscribe and leave some comments. We may respond to them months in the future. I don't know. And also, if you like us to hear this in audio form, then wrk.simplecast.com and wherever else you may get your podcast. And thank you again, Nathan. This was
very enjoyable.
This was a blast.
I'm so glad that we just did like 45 minutes of padding.
Yeah, we're over 2 hours.
And you know what? It was so much fun. If anyone in the comments wants us to read Umi Neko, wait a year. Or maybe. I don't know.
Well, and we gotta figure out like maybe we'll talk about this afterwards. Like figure out some other way to bring you over, because this was a blast.
Yeah.
But, Thanks
Oh yeah, I'd
so
love
much.
to do it again.
Yeah, this was this was so much fun. So thank you everybody. With that, I am the Wash.
I'm random bystander here.
I am not reading the console arcs again.
That's how it ends.
That's how it ends. Good night.
Good night.